and focus on building on it. So anyway, maybe that's his problem. I don't know what his problem is, but I just know that he uses Fukushima and the situation around that, Japan, and the misinformation that's coming out with Dana as a means to promote himself. But there, again, is nothing there to suggest that he's legit. If you were to take what those two do and how they do it, compared to what I do and how I do it, even though I'm not maybe doing it to the best of my ability due to lack of resources and volunteers. Okay? With a hater crowd running around like Marnie. Garbage picker! Where's the number for the cops? Quick, call the cops on the bitch! That's all I can relate to, people, because I've seen it. I've lived it. I've walked it. I've had to go out in the community, get in with the kids, get in with the parents, try and communicate with the company and say, look, this is, I need water, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, you've got somebody coming along just trying to sabotage the whole process. But you get up and you do it again. And that's what I did at Gateway. No matter how hard that woman tried to shut me down, I got up and I did it again with the kids and the parents, the community, the ones that were open for change, the ones that were wanting to live a quality living, even though maybe their environment wasn't that good in terms of living in a monster home compared to a cockroach and, you know, overcrowded apartment building. Just because it's got cockroaches in it and it's overcrowded doesn't mean it can't have a sense of quality. And that's what I tried to do. I tried to bring that quality in. That's why it was important for the children to have something to do. And I made sure that the opportunity was there. But we had people in the background with their cameras sticking their tongue out at me, calling the cops, you know, coming out, standing around, picking a fight in front of the kids at 9, 10 o'clock at night. Just had to be a drama king, drama queen, you know, had to conquer and divide the community, and and next thing you know, I've got half the kids calling me a garbage picker and the other half saying, Mama Lynn, when are we going to paint rocks? I mean, like, negativity can be very strong and it can influence people in a very negative way. And because we live in a negative society, people are quick to jump on that bandwagon. So, you know, that affects health. So, how did that distract away from connecting dots 2 and 3? And so the goal man. This is a stupid video. And Dana Dunford, right? Well, they're getting all the play. And I'm getting beat up. Which affects my health. Because I don't know how much longer I can keep promoting this nonprofit under the conditions that I'm promoting it under. Which isn't very large viewership. And what little viewership I have is being sabotaged. Purposely. With intent to be malicious. Which could be potentially dangerous if you would like to be paranoid about it. Alright? And I'm not paranoid about it because, again, I lived in a complex where I had to deal with people because there was more than one. It wasn't just Marnie. Obviously not. And what I found, though, is it boils down to a lot of it is jealousy. Right? I mean, you got to be pretty spiteful and jealous to not let your own children come out and play with a group of children regardless of their ethnic color and skin and race and language. Right? You know what I mean? And even if you did allow your children to come out, but you were trying to make it harder for the coordinator, which would, in that case would have been me, right? Just so that you could come in on an undermining note. It's like, did you see that video where some woman jumped off her scooter, tapped this woman in the freaking grocery aisle, and they started rolling around and calling each other bitch and beating on each other with the little boy standing there trying to stomp on some woman's head, and everybody just standing around with the cameras and walking and looking. Like, where is that instinct to jump in and break up the fight and, and try and be civil? Like, where is it being civil? Just, watching the drama unfold and secretly wishing that it gets worse, because then it's the next YouTube sensation, or you got to see it first, or it just gives you a thrill in life because your own life is so fucking shitty. So if somebody else hurts more than you, that makes you feel better. Like that's the direction society is going in, and I try and pull away from that with the foundation. Okay, and that's why I'm doing this video now, because in paperwork, legalities, and how it relates to legislation on a municipal, provincial, and federal. So I didn't just come in with my little teeny weeny nonprofit in Surrey. We can take it as far as we want to take it, people, because there is that paperwork. And then to have to deal with people that just, I don't know, because these guys, just connecting dots, and Dana Dunford, they're no different than the G4T. And there was some Muhammad guy, and there's a couple of other dudes out there that I've come across on their videos, and you make a comment on them, and they either, one, don't address you, or two, they'll address you and then get cocky, and then we'll ban you. Okay? I'm banned by Dana. He doesn't like talking to me. If I leave a post on his videos, they come up unseen, if you come in without yourself, right? They hide them, right? And same thing with this connecting dots too. And they're both from British Columbia. Neither one of them grew up here, but they're experts on the coast. And, they have all these files that they can refer to. But when you really listen to them, oftentimes it's just the same old thing coming, especially Dana. It's just the same old, mantra. It's the same old information just being regurgitated. Well, you've got this connecting dots too coming up behind, trying to disprove everything that he's saying, that somehow that makes him more viable, and you should be supporting him financially to get some other radiation meter that's quite complicated and technical that he probably couldn't even read the direction book on. Never mind trying to find the proper location to put it in, because you're talking about high-tech scientific equipment, and people are listening to that. I listen to it, right? But I'm not that gullible that I'm just going to ignore what I do. This is what I mean. This is a pissing contest. Don't listen to her. Listen to us. We live in British Columbia. She doesn't. She lives in some fucking la-la land. Who cares if her health is falling? Who cares if her house, her house is like the kids, all depressed because, in the real world, we've got the union kidnapping ex-union workers, not members, but workers, for their pension plans. Because again, why aren't they going out there and kidnapping Kuba? Why aren't they going out there kidnapping that other guy in the wheelchair? All three men couldn't walk. John couldn't walk, but he got scooped up real fast. Do you know how hard it was to clean up after John? I would wash the floor, John would come along, and the minute he'd walk by, I'd have to come behind and start cleaning up because he drooled. And then he liked to put his fingers in his mouth and then touch things. Looking after John was no easy cake. But he wasn't always like that. Obviously not. But he just got older, right? And I just, and we're supposed to just forget about him. This goes to the mental, to the health status. This is going to be on the whiteboard. How do these people just expect us to forget about him? Okay? So, we've got Dana Dunford that knows everything about British Columbia because he fucking dived for sea urchins. Okay, he's the expert, so send all your money to him, even though he can't even prove to you that he's a legit nonprofit. And then we've got the Connecting Dots 2, 3, and the Silver Gold Man all operating under one agenda. And I don't know what that agenda is, because if he's going to ban me too, well then, that tells you something, people. right? All I can do is give you the information because I live in British Columbia too. You'd think that they would want to work with me because I'm the one with the legit nonprofit. I'm the one with the paperwork. I'm the one with all these freaking bank statements coming in. Okay? But I don't see them helping me. So that affects my health because it's just another negative. It's just another battle that I have to fight against. Whether I'm fighting against the city for Mr. Lace or whether I'm fighting against the city to give me some more time. I'm not fighting. They just cut me some slack. Said, you got another month, and, you know. So the yard is coming together. But I already knew it was going to come together. But they had to put the pressure on. Okay, fine, you got an image, you know. But I talk beyond the image. That's why today I don't care about what I look like because it's not about image. It's about substance. And when your health is being affected by all this negativity, whether it's a Marnie or whether it's, you know, two guys having a pissing contest with their 24-hour marathon to prove or disprove who is right or wrong, but yet none of them, not one of them can provide anything fucking legit to you if you requested it, you know, online even. I can put stuff, I put it up, you've seen it. You can go into my videos. Sure, you can thumb it down because it bothers you that it's real, because you're a Marnie with your tongue sticking out, calling the cops, videotaping something that what? What? That everybody had a good day? Huh? Right? That a lot of bird houses got made that day? Did it bother you that 50 kids made a fucking birdhouse? You know why? Why would it bother you that children were having fun? Because when you pick on me and you come in and you do this shit, whether I'm talking about John, because this is John's chair. Last time John was home, he was holding down the fort. He goes to the hospital. Next thing, well, who knows? Who knows, right? Because there's so many mixed messages going on. They had to sneak him out of here. So we'll never really ever know. But we're just supposed to forget about that and not let it affect our mental health.